What you're seeing is advanced warfare.
As reliably as the Earth turns, another year has brought us yet another Call of Duty. After last year's massively disappointing game for Infinity Ward, Call of Duty Ghosts, I had very little reason to look forward to Advanced Warfare, especially considering the only work that series newcomers Sledgehammer Games had done in the past was on an Infinity Ward installment, Modern Warfare 3. However, it turns out that this year's Call of Duty is not only a fantastic addition to the series, but it also presents some hope for revitalizing what is quickly becoming a rather stale franchise. Like many current and upcoming shooters, Advanced Warfare is set in the future, in this case about 40 years from now. The primary focus of the game's story is on a private military contractor called Atlas, led by a man named Jonathan Irons. Mr. Irons is both voiced and visually portrayed by Kevin Spacey, who apparently even had final say on how he would look. Spacey is very much in his element as the warmongering Irons, but while his excellent performance elevates the game's storytelling, the story it's being used to tell is still about what we've come to expect from a Call of Duty game. An engaging, if somewhat generic war story that plays out exactly as you would expect it to, somewhere on the level of a summer blockbuster. However generic the game's story might be, its futuristic setting gives the player greatly enhanced mobility in both single-player and multiplayer. In the game's universe, every soldier wears an exoskeleton that grants them a number of skills, including the ability to slow down time and move through the air using small jet boosters. Advanced Warfare makes verticality and speed key elements of its formula no matter what mode you're playing in. In single-player, these elements are often criminally underused, to the point where I almost never remembered that I even had these abilities unless I was explicitly reminded by on-screen prompts. But in multiplayer, the jump jets have become a key element of the gameplay. While they take a little while to master, the ability to quickly dodge from side to side or attack your enemy from above at any time has injected a welcome dose of variety into the Call of Duty multiplayer formula. Many multiplayer maps are also built with these new abilities in mind, incorporating verticality in a way that allows the player to easily transition between multiple levels, through glass or holes in the environment. Each of these levels also provide ample spots for players to shoot at each other, meaning that there are countless encounters happening on almost every level of the map at any one time. But while the most important force in Advanced Warfare is the change that the new exosuit abilities have brought to the experience, the multiplayer also benefits from some elements retained from previous Call of Duty entries, particularly when it comes to loadout creation. Advanced Warfare has more or less directly lifted the Pick-10 system from Black Ops 2, making some small but very important changes in the process. The system now lets you pick 13 different items, and also allows you to remove score streaks, giving you even more flexibility than before, and therefore allowing for a very high degree of customizability. In fact, loadouts in Advanced Warfare are so customizable that you can even make modifications to score streaks, adding new features to them while simultaneously increasing their cost. Advanced Warfare also borrows from Call of Duty Ghosts, though thankfully not in any gameplay capacity. Instead, the game has chosen to expand on the player character customization that Ghosts introduced. In Advanced Warfare, the player can receive what basically amounts to loot drops in the form of chests that are mostly received in the midst of a multiplayer match. These chests primarily contain clothing for the player's character to wear, as well as some badly and permanently customized weaponry that I never found appealing enough to actually use. The clothing is all over the place aesthetically, and I quickly changed my goal from looking as cool as possible to simply looking like the biggest douche imaginable, which I found much easier to do. However, the most annoying thing about these chests are the helmets that often drop. Instead of staying in your inventory forever, they only last for a certain number of minutes and then disappear permanently. Honestly, I found the inventory system a rather pointless addition, and one that I plan to mostly ignore for this game's lifespan. With Advanced Warfare, Sledgehammer Games has done something I would have thought impossible after Call of Duty Ghosts. They've seemingly breathed new life into a dying franchise. While the true measure will of course be sales numbers, at least for Activision Corporate, the changes that have been made throughout the game to the traditional formula have given me hope that the series still has some life left in it. Don't get me wrong, this is still very much a Call of Duty game, and people who have never liked Call of Duty games are not going to like this one. But if you're one of those people that's been pushed away by recent entries in the series, I implore you to at least give Advanced Warfare a shot.